All right. So welcome everyone to this presentation today given to you by the Faculty of Arts. A couple of things to go over. There's going to be a lot of information throughout this session. It's divided by a presentation from the Undergraduate Studies Office, the Mentoring Center. We also have today here with us Professor Jennifer Lennox-Tarian, who has graduated from our own BA in Communication in 1986. And after completing her PhD in Montreal, she was thrilled to come back to her alma mater as a professor. She's taught in the Department of Communication since 1995 and has spent most of her career working to improve the experience of her own and the university's students. She also cares deeply about vulnerable and marginalized members of our communities. She began her mandate as Vice Dean Students in July 2020. Everyone, please welcome Professor Jennifer Lennox-Tarian.
Thank you, Marie-Chantal, and thank you for having me again this year at this wonderful opportunity to meet our first year students. So can I begin by saying bonjour, good afternoon, ulakut, kwe, ni hao, konnichiwa, guten tag, buenos dias, assalamu alaikum. I know that I just used up some of my short welcome time saying hello in all of these different languages, and I hope that I did get your language. And if I didn't, please put in the chat another way to say hello in another language that I missed. But I and all of us wanted you to know that whether you're here in Ottawa or whether you're in Africa or Asia or Europe or anywhere in Canada, including the North, or in South America, or right here, as I said, in Ottawa, you're welcome here at the Faculty of Arts, and we're so pleased that you've chosen the University of Ottawa for your studies. So it feels for me, and I know Marie-Chantal just said that I did graduate back in 1986, but it feels like just yesterday that, like you, I was a first-year student here at the University of Ottawa. The campus looked a bit different, but in fact, some parts of the campus are still exactly the same, and when I walk by them, I'll think, oh yeah, remember when I sat there like 40 years ago or whatever it was. But like you that day, that first day, I was feeling probably like you are, excited and nervous. And I was looking forward to so many things. I was looking forward to the classes, to meeting the professors, to meeting other students, and to getting involved. Of course, many things have changed, like I said, since that day. And especially this past year and a half have seen a lot of changes to not so much the campus itself, but to how students learn, to where they learn from, to how professors teach, to how we offer our services. This is the second year we've done this orientation session by Zoom, and actually we got lots of good feedback last year that students liked it this way. But when we got ready last year, we thought, how could we do an orientation without actually seeing all of you? And it worked well that year, and it'll probably be even better this year. So a few things have stayed the same, like I said, and one of those is the learning experience. Your professors have continued to innovate and creatively design their classes so that you can get the best out of your learning experience. And that's both whether you're taking distance education or whether you're here on campus taking in-person classes. And I know that most of you have an opportunity, if you wanted it, to have an in-person experience this semester. So your professors have had lots of help from our tech teams, and you also can get tech help if you need it. After my talk, I'm going to put both my own email address, not for tech help, but in case you ever have a question for me, but I'm also going to put the address for tech help. So let's say you've got a class and you're trying to get online with your class and you can't figure something out. Well, we've got tech experts here in the Faculty of Arts to help you. We call that the Bistro des Arts, or the Arts Bistro, and that's a team of tech supports that's there to help you. So all of us are really excited, as I know you are, for this upcoming semester. I just want to point out a few of the amazing services offered from the Undergraduate Studies Office. You'll be meeting some of our team from the Undergrad Studies Office today. And sorry, there's so many interruptions. Everyone's buzzing today, that's for sure. You're going to be meeting people from the Mentoring Center. There are all kinds of services that we've developed, and these are all under my responsibility as Vice Dean of Students. We've got resources for BIPOC students. We've got academic support, learning resources, mental health and wellness resources, So I hope that after the session today, you'll know more how to access these services. But let's say at some point you can't remember, you remember someone mentioning something, but you don't remember what it was. Please reach out to me. You can email me directly anytime. I'm going to put my email in the chat after this so that you can email me with those kinds of questions. Remember, I said for tech, you'll go to someone else. But if you have any other question, even how do I get in touch with the tech team? Feel free to get in touch with me by email at any point. So I know some of you are here on the campus, so you're enjoying how beautiful it is here in Ottawa. For those not here now or not yet here, we reach out to you just the same across the time zones and across the miles or kilometers. I want you to know that there's so many people here who care deeply about you. We care about how well you do in your classes. We care about how well you do in terms of your mental health and wellness. And when we say that, we mean it sincerely, that you may seem like that there are many of you, but we care about each and every one of you. And we want you to reach out and get the help and support that you need throughout this first semester. So I'm going to wrap up here now. Again, I'll put some info in the chat, but if you have any questions, then you want to pose them right away, throw them in the chat and I will type up a response right away. So have a great semester, everyone, and hopefully I'll be hearing from some of you at some point.
Thank you so much. So before I start the presentation, I will share my screen and you will see the presentation. I just want to remind you that you should be able to see a Q&A tab in Zoom. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can always type them out. And my colleague, Anne, who you can also see today, will be monitoring the Q&A and answering those questions as well. Please keep in mind that this presentation will have a lot of information. Some of your questions might even be answered. But if you are unsure, if there's something that is unclear to you, you can always ask your question. And at the end of this presentation, we may have some time to go over some of the most frequently asked questions, just so that we can share with you and give you those answers. And so I will begin sharing my screen for the presentation. So just bear with me for one moment. Okay, and I will ask my colleagues just to nod if you see my presentation. Perfect. I will also stop sharing my video just to preserve some of the bandwidth and just to make sure that nothing lags. All right, so welcome to the Faculty of Arts. We are so glad that you are joining us today for this presentation. On the agenda, we have the student essentials, faculty support, university support. Again, a lot of information will be shared, but after this presentation later on in the week, you will receive this, a copy of this. So don't worry if you don't have time to jot everything down. The first tool, the first thing that is one of the most important things that you will have access to is UOzone. This is your control center. If we compare it to the iPhone, I know some of you may have the Android, and I'm sorry about that, but we do make the comparison with the iPhone right now. So if you have the iPhone, you've got your control center, which is your one-stop shop for essential functions. That's what UOzone is. Everything that you are looking for, your emails, messages, if you're looking for your program requirements, if you're looking for information on tuition, anything like that, you will have all this information available to you under the applications. Um, your UOzone account is one of the most important things because this is where everything is, and this is how we will communicate with you at your uottawa.ca email address. So just make sure that you do take a look at this. There's so many things in there to help you figure out what you need and what you're looking for. We have virtual campus or Brightspace. The virtual campus, they are the same. What it is you can access them on your smart device, and it's where you will find all the information about your courses. The professor must activate the course for you to see it in Brightspace. So it's going to go based on which courses you are registered to. You can see the contents of previous courses if the professor has not deactivated the previous course. Only courses for which professors use Brightspace will appear. Some of your professors might not use Brightspace. That's why it's really important for you to take a look at your UOzone email all the time, because your professors will contact you at that email address. So if they are not using Brightspace, if they use another platform, they will inform you of this. So just make sure that you do keep an eye out for that. However, the virtual campus and Brightspace is where you will be able to find some of your courses. Important dates and deadlines. This web page, which you can find on the U Ottawa website, you can just do a Google search, U Ottawa important dates and deadlines. This is where you will find all the important academic dates and deadlines in regards to registration, tuition, to dropping courses, anything at all. This is one of the most important web pages there is, because it has so much important information for you to not miss those deadlines. For example, some dates to remember. September 21st is your deadline to select courses for this fall term. So you have until the 21st of September to change your course selection. You have until October 1st to drop a course and still receive a financial credit. You also have a second drop deadline, which is November 19th, and that's the deadline to drop a course without a financial credit. So it's really important that you take a look at these dates and deadlines. And those are just three examples of dates pertaining to registration. But there will be many more important dates on that website. Also, those are the 3 dates for the fall term. So if you take a look at this webpage, you've got other terms as well. So if you're looking for the important dates for winter 2022, then you will have to take a look at those dates under that tab, which they will be different. So just keep that in mind. And as soon as you find this webpage, add it to your favorites. You will always need this website. Now, the Undergraduate Studies Office. This is where I work. This is where my colleague Anne works. And we are a team of academic officers, academic specialists, and student mentors to provide a range of services to help you. When you are unsure of what to do, when you're looking for some information, or you're looking for a course, you're looking for anything at all, the Undergraduate Studies Office is your first point of contact. Here's a few examples of what we do. So we can help you choose or change your courses. I know that many of you have been in touch with us already at arts@uottawa.ca asking us some advice about your courses. Um, so this is one of the responsibilities that we have, and this is one of the things that we can help you with. We can provide information on U Ottawa programs. We evaluate your academic standing. Your academic standing is where you stand in terms of your courses based on your cumulative average. So this is what we evaluate. We also have so many more services. We can't list them all, but know that we are your one stop for any questions, anything that you are unsure of. Now, academic officers, when your control center isn't giving you the information you need, Siri can help you find it. Similarly, academic officers can help you with enrollment issues, provide you with information on final exams, make changes to your program of study, review international exchange opportunities, and so much more. The academic officers are the people who work with you to find those answers to your questions, to find those different options for you. This is our team of academic officers. So I have the list of everybody on our team with accompanying Bitmojis. We have a pretty big team who is devoted and ready to help you, whatever your questions are. Academic specialists, and this is my position as well as my colleague Anne. When you're a little lost and you need help getting from point A to point B, the MAPS application can help you. Similarly, academic specialists can help you choose your courses, check your academic standing, confirm that you can graduate, and so much more. So when you're not sure, you contact our office and you speak with an academic officer or with an academic specialist, depending on what your needs are. So we are always there to help you, kind of help you navigate this new new journey that you're on. And we have a team of 4 academic specialists. So myself, Emily, Mark, and Anne. We have developed something new this year. There are capsules that are coming soon. You will get more information about this after the presentation when you get the presentation and the links to register. But it's a virtual series of what I wish I knew in first year. Oftentimes we meet with students who are in their second, third, even fourth year that maybe did not completely understand certain things and that they wish they had known back in first year. So we developed this virtual series that will cover 4 different understanding your academic requirements page. Your academic requirements, those are the courses that you need to take to fulfill the requirements of your program. This is a page that will help guide you throughout your studies. Remember when I said the important dates and deadlines was important? This page is incredibly important as well. More information on that Wednesday, September 15th, when we do give that capsule. A second one is understanding your program of study. Most of you are going to be maybe in similar programs, but we offer so many different programs and all of them have different structures, have different, requirements. And so that presentation will help you understand your program of study if you're in a major, if you're in a major minor combo, if you're doing an honors, just a Bachelor of Arts, non-honors program. So this is what this presentation will explain to you, and that will be the next week after that on Wednesday, September 22nd. Then we've got understanding your course sequence. Many of you have taken a look at your course sequence over the summer, or one of our officers has sent that to you. A course sequence is a suggested sequence of courses that we suggest that you take based off of course offerings, prerequisite courses. It's kind of a map to how to get to the end of your program throughout your years here. Um, so the course sequence, understanding it, will be another capsule on Thursday, September 30th. And then we've got the 4th presentation, October 7th, which is understanding how your marks can impact your studies. And this is the academic standing. So I encourage you to register to these capsules, what I wish I knew in first year, and we will give you a lot of information there as well. And those are all really important things for you to know. The Office for Undergraduate Studies is located here at Simard Hall, room 128. Some of you may have come for a walk and come see us. So this is where we are located. This is what it looks like. We are currently available for virtual meetings, online chat, phone, but we're also available in person. So please, if you're in the area, drop by and say hello. Take a look at our office. We'll be happy to see you, to help you, whatever your question will be. You also see on this page, you've got arts@uottawa.ca. This is our email address. So any questions that you have, anything that you're looking for, if you are unsure who you should contact, you can always reach out to us at arts@uottawa.ca and we will answer your questions. I will now ask Roxanne to come into this part of the presentation. Roxanne, who is one of our student mentors. Roxanne.
Yeah, so hi everyone. My name is Roxanne. I'm a 4th-year student in linguistics with a minor in feminism and gender studies. And I've been a student mentor for 3 years now. I'm here to tell you just about kind of the mentoring center and what we do, how we're different than the rest of the undergrad office. Basically, we're students helping students. So if you have a kind of a question, depending on is this normal? This is happening in my classes. I'm not sure. I'm kind of confused about this part of university life. we're really here to help. Things, you can click on the next slide. It'll just have some text appear on the screen for the PowerPoint. Yeah, so we do kind of workshops on like time management, note taking, stuff like that. That's convenient. You just useful skills that you might need at university. And you can also do one-on-one meetings with mentors. We have mentors from different programs, so they kind of understand the type of studying you have to do and kind of what's going on in your classes. So it's great if you want to meet with someone and just make sure that you're understanding everything correctly, that you're understanding how to read a syllabus, things like that. And we also do study groups for various level, like 1,000 or 2,000 level courses, just to kind of help you study with your peers, make those connections first year, so that throughout your program, you have other people to study with. It's always better to study kind of with other people. Well, it depends on the person, but it's something that can really help kind of have a different perspective on the content. And I offer study groups for the linguistics classes. And yeah, we offer them for select classes, but in different programs. So this year, our study groups are online, and we have one-on-one meetings in person or online. So later I'll touch a little bit more on how you can join us. So you could change to the next slide. Yes, our services are free. Yes. So there are multiple ways to reach us. First of all, by email. That's probably one of the best ways. If you have a question, if you're not sure where to go, just send us an email. We work and we're there to answer your emails, and we can direct you in the right direction. We're ready to help. Also, you can book an appointment to meet with us in person or virtually, also through the arts website. And also, we have an Instagram page so that you can follow and stay up to date with like study groups, workshops, everything that's going on campus. We're also going to post stuff to kind of remind you about the important dates. So actually, can I ask you all to like take your phone out and just scan the code that's on screen? And I can actually see on Instagram if people are following us right now. Oh yeah, I see some people following the account. Very good. We're hoping that this kind of helps you kind of like stay on track for the year and know what we're doing. So hopefully you guys follow the account. There's also like a promotion going on right now that if you follow our Instagram account, you're entered in a contest to win a $50 gift card for either Uber Eats or the campus bookstore. So follow it now, because while this is going on, I'll just let you like one or two more seconds to scan that code and follow us. Great, so we can move on to the next slide. Yeah, so there's different ways to meet with us to kind of improve your study skills. First way, very easy, go on our website to book a meeting with a mentor. And the option 2 is to sign up for the workshops or use our online resources. We have these little videos that were made by one of our mentors, and that kind of explain different tricks on note-taking and time management. So if you prefer just kind of having a video and you don't think having a one-on-one is really necessary, those are a great tool. But I really recommend just booking an appointment with us. The personalized is sometimes it's just better. You just get to talk to someone. We can really figure out what works for you and kind of work together to find the right like study skills for you. And you can move on to the next slide. Also, I talked about study groups in the before. So again, sign up for a study group. You can see the list of our study groups on 2 different websites. So first on the Arts Faculty of Arts website, UOzone Faculty of Arts, and also on the academic GPS. There's a list of all the study groups given by the university. Obviously, you just need to focus on the arts one, unless you're taking classes in other faculties as well. But those are 2 great tools to know which study groups are going on. And of course, you'll get an email reminder and also on Instagram. So you'll see those study groups going around. But to sign up, it is through our website or through the academic GPS. And then another thing that we have on our website is kind of this how to survive and thrive during the first 3 weeks. So just kind of like a checklist on time management, kind of to help you stay on track, because the beginning of the year can be kind of overwhelming. There's a lot going on. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're alone for the first time, maybe you have to meet new friends. So here's just a few things that we think you should get doing right away. Obviously, attend the mandatory orientation session. You're already here, so you're already on track. You're doing great. So just yeah, so for week one, post the due dates on your calendar, create a reading schedule, plan your time right up until reading week, because that's kind of like the half point. Get to know the services that are available on campus. Remember that September is the last day to change the course selection, start studying for your midterms, things like that. So we have this list available on our website at the student mentoring website, which is in the arts faculty website. So I can actually drop the link in the Q&A tab. So I'll do that right after my section. If you have any questions for the mentoring center, for me, about, I don't know, programs, like what kind of classes are in linguistics or in history or things like that, and you want to talk to a mentor, again, just shoot us an email. I can put that in the Q&A as well, just so you know. And follow us on Instagram. That's about it for my part, I think.
Perfect. Thank you, Roxanne. All right. When to come see us? Now, we've kind of put in that, green light, yellow light, red light system. And this is how I just want to share with you when to come see us. So if you're attending all your classes, your grades are good, you're in good academic standing, you can meet with an academic officer if you have any questions. If you are more like in the yellow zone, so you've missed a few classes and you're falling behind on your readings and assignments, you're feeling overwhelmed, what should you do? You can meet one of our student mentors. You don't find your courses interesting. You're not sure you enjoy your program of study. You're at risk of being placed on probation. What should you do? You can come over and meet with one of our academic officers. If you're in the red zone, you're not attending classes, you're failing one or more courses, you can't find the motivation to keep up with your studies, you've been placed on probation, and you are at risk of being withdrawn from your program. What should you do? Meet with one of our academic specialists. So we have resources, we have people here for you to help you, depending on where you're at on this spectrum. Um, you know, as Roxanne mentioned, they have so many study groups. They have student mentors who have been in your shoes. They've been first year students. They've been in one of the programs that you're in. And those mentors are there to help guide you. If you're not sure and you have questions, you can meet an academic officer. If it's not going well, you can book an appointment with us. And not only will all of us help you, find your way again, or can help guide you towards what you need, we'll also be able to share with you a ton of resources that we do have on campus that are meant to help you. Now, top study spots on campus. If you are here in person, if you've been on campus, if you've, taken a walk through campus, taken a look at what's there, we've got some study spots on campus that you can go to, and they're really nice spots where you see a ton of students walking around, and it's so nice now that we've started to get back on campus, partially on campus, to see people moving around. We all know this past year has been kind of different, year and a half actually. And so it's nice to see people on campus going to these study spots. So we've got the picnic tables between FSS and the University Center. We've got Tabaret Lawn in front of Tabaret Hall, where if you are on campus right now, you might have seen last week some activities going on that lawn. There are picnic tables at the University Center as well. There's a Monument de la Francophonie between Perez Hall and Seymour Hall. There is the second cup coffee shop. And then there's the social sciences building. You see in the picture there, you've got that wall of plants, and it's a really beautiful green space. So you've got all those different study spots where if you need to take some time for yourself to go sit down outside, inside, you've got these spots. There are also a lot of really nice relaxing spots near campus if you're looking to take a break from studying. We've got the Corktown Footbridge between Vanier Hall and FSS. We've got the eastern pathway of the Rideau Canal behind Vanier Hall, and it's really they're very nice places to go for a walk when you just need to take some time for yourself, take some time to to refresh, take a break from all those courses after your midterms, for example. Take a walk, go check out those areas. They're beautiful and very relaxing spots. Now, going back to some services that we offer on campus, there are some U Ottawa services that are essential. And once again, this is like going into your settings in your phone. So you've got financial aid and awards for everything that's related to bursaries, to scholarships, to financial aid. You've got the UPass info service. Info service is a service that is there to help you find these answers for example, for tuition, um, different things like that. We've got the Academic Writing Help Center. We've got the Career Development Center. There's protection services and foot patrols. So if you are walking home or to your residence from campus and it's night out and you don't feel like walking alone, you can always give a call to Foot Patrol and somebody will walk with you. So we've got all those services on campus. We also have health services. We've got mental health services. We've got mentoring centers and so much more. Um, these services are all services that you have access to at all times. So be sure to check them out. Every single service has their own web page. You can always, once again, a quick Google search if you're not sure how to navigate that UOttawa website, and you will find their contact information and they will be able to answer your questions as well. The mental health and well-being resources as well. Some of the services that they provide to students, they do have immediate support. They have activities and workshops. They've got health services. They've got um, the knowledge and education tab right there. They've got wellness news. They have a lounge. They all have there's many resources for mental health and counseling. Some of those resources are online. Some of them are in person. Um, and so those are resources that services that they provide to you, to all of you, whenever you feel the need. To consult these resources, you can visit the website. It's here, uottawa.ca/wellness/students. You can always access those resources and you can contact them by email. Your mental health is important. It's very important. And it's important that you know that there are resources on campus to help you. And if you're unsure of where to go, you can reach out to us and we will point you in the right direction. So you can take note of that website. You will get it after with this presentation as well, but know that your health and well-being is really important to us and there are resources to help you. Um, Going on the technology side, technology and wireless networks on campus. All of you should by now have had your at UOttawa email address, UOzone account. Your username is the username for the Wi-Fi. So you can connect to the EduRoam wireless network. You just use your full UOttawa email address, including the at uottawa.ca portion. And then you enter the same password that you use for your UO access, so for your Gmail, for your UOzone, and you will have access to the Wi-Fi on campus and the wireless network. If you ever have any issues with technology, with your password, with accessing your emails, for example, if something doesn't work, you can always visit the IT website for more information if you're having a difficulty with that. Courses in 2021-2022. So for the fall term, the university will offer courses in different formats to meet the needs of students who prefer in-person learning while still following the public health guidelines. Courses will be offered in person, online, and as a combination of both, known as a hybrid or a blended format. For the fall 2021 and winter 2022 terms, we will allow students to take courses through distance learning, but we can't guarantee that students will be able to take all our courses online without having to change the course sequence. So remember when I mentioned that your course sequence is a suggested sequence, then if you really want to take only online courses, you might have to change that around. You're not sure how to do that? Contact the Undergraduate Studies Office, and an academic officer will be able to help you with that. So pay special attention to your schedule. For example, if you see on your schedule, your course schedule, that there's no time, there's no place, there's nothing there for one of your courses, then it's probably an internet course, an online course. There's virtual that's written on your, on your schedule, and there's a date and time, but it's an online course, then you probably have one of those courses where you will have to attend online at a given date and time every week. Um, so pay special attention to what you are registered to. If you're registered to the online class, then you will do it online. If you're registered to an in-person class, then you'll come in person. And if you're registered to a hybrid course, then you may have an online class on Tuesdays and then an in-person class on Thursdays. So pay particular attention to that. If you have any questions about your course schedule, you can always reach out to the Undergraduate Studies Office. And if there's something in particular that you need to know about your specific course, you can always reach out to your professor as well, to know how they are going to teach their course. Technology for online courses. So this is what you need at minimum to be able to take your online courses. You need a PC running Windows 7 or more recent operating system, or an Apple computer running Mac OS 10.12 or a more recent one. 2 gigabytes of RAM, an internet connection of 2 megabytes per second, 5 megabytes per second or more is recommended. Um, you need Microsoft Office, including Microsoft Teams. This can be downloaded through your University of Ottawa account. And if some of you have been in touch with our office already, with the Undergraduate Studies Office, you'll know that we use Teams for a phone call, for a virtual meeting, and for chat. So you always have that option. You'll need a microphone and camera for teleconferencing, Adobe Connect, Adobe Acrobat Reader, and antivirus software. And once again, as I did mention with Brightspace, your professor determines which platform to use to teach the course. This is what is the minimum required for online courses. Student experience and information sharing. Your student experience is important to us, and it remains our priority. We are all committed to supporting you throughout your academic career. We encourage you to follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, since we may use those platforms to share information with you and keep you posted. Just as Roxanne said earlier, there's something going on where you can win a gift card right now. So if you follow all of these accounts, then you might be able to see all these opportunities come your way, and there might be reminders for important things that are coming up, different events. So we encourage you to follow us on social media. So you can follow us for Instagram at UOttawa Arts, UO Arts Bistro, and then on Twitter, the at UOttawa_arts. I'll let you take a look at this quickly, jot it down. If you don't have time to jot it down, don't worry, we will send you that presentation after. All right, so this ends our presentation, where we want to wish you a wonderful first year. Um, we still have some time before the end of our session. Once again, I would like to thank everyone who participated in this session, students, every one of my colleagues, so Jennifer Lennox-Tarian and Strangelove, Roxane Masson, everyone who was here today, thank you so much. We do have some questions in the Q&A. So, Anne, I don't know if there were recurring questions, if you want to hop in and go over those questions.
Yes, hi, thanks, Marie-Chantal. One question that is coming up a lot is about today's presentation. I believe you have confirmed that our marketing office will be sending, I'm not sure if they're going to be sending the entire presentation or a recap of this presentation, but that will be sent out to everyone who received an invitation to attend today. Correct me if I'm wrong. The other question we are getting a lot is about those presentations and workshops that we will be giving, that the academic specialists will be giving in a few weeks' time on program requirements and how to understand your academic requirements report. And students are asking if I can't make it on those days, at those specific times, will those presentations be available elsewhere? Would you be able to confirm if that's the case?
Marie, you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry about that. You are going to get reminders of these different capsules and presentations. At this time, I'm not 100% certain that you will get a copy after this. I think that you will. They will be under the same format as our welcome day. I can't confirm this right now if you will receive a copy afterwards. We'll get back to you on that. I will get in touch with the people who are organizing that session. I'll mention that to them, and perhaps it will be indicated in one of the reminders that they send you later on. But right now, I'm not 100% certain. I'll take a little look and maybe I'll get back to you on this in just a second. In the meantime, Anne, were there any other frequently asked questions?
Hi, thanks for that. I'm getting a lot of questions about technology and what if I get into this and what if I can't get into that. Unfortunately, I don't have those answers. Depending on what your question may be about tech, you may want to contact our IT people. If you're not sure where to refer to that, you can always write to us at arts@uottawa.ca and we'll be able to give you the link to that. If it's more like questions regarding a specific course and how that course is going to be run, my advice is to contact the professor directly and ask him or her how they plan on doing things and what platforms they'll be using, what formats, and that kind of thing. I've got other questions coming through in the Q&A. I will keep answering them after this presentation is over for another maybe 10-15 minutes once the presentation is over. So, and if ever we don't get to you or you feel we didn't answer your question, please do send us an email at arts@uottawa.ca. That's the Undergraduate Studies Office main hub. And we will be able to either answer your question or direct you appropriately. Thanks, Marie-Chantal.
Thanks, Anne. This actually is the end of the presentation. This is it. So we will, I'll hop on.
I just wanted to add really quickly, I've noticed kind of some of the questions are about my class. I don't have the bright space yet. I can't see exactly what's going on. And that's really stressful, but it happens every year. I still have a class. I'm in 4th year and I have a class that starts tomorrow. There's a class tomorrow. I don't have anything on bright space. I don't have a syllabus. It'll come. Sometimes it comes like 15 minutes before the class starts. It's kind of annoying, but every prof has their own way of working with the system, and technology is not easy for anyone. So don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, thanks for that, Roxanne.
Okay, so that was it for our presentation today. We all wish you an amazing first year. We'll hop into the Q&A and answer your questions. So just watch out for those. And if you've don't have any other questions, then I wish you a great rest of your day. And so that's it for our presentation today. Thank you so much for attending.